Welcome to our channel where the shadows whisper and the darkness holds its breath. Tonight we delve into the chilling world of haunted fire stations, those beacons of hope twisted into specters of fear. We've collected 3 tales from the darkest corners of the country, stories whispered by flickering candlelight and passed down through generations of firefighters. Make sure to turn off the lights, sit back, and prepare to be scared. The flames of fear are about to ignite. Our journey begins in the sleepy town of Maplewood, a place where time seemed to stand still, and the dead refused to rest. The fire station, a proud brick building with a long and storied past, held a darkness within its walls, a secret whispered in hushed tones by the brave men and women who called it their second home. It began subtly, almost imperceptibly, a cold spot in the hallway, a faint whisper of a name in the dead of night. The firefighters, hardened by years of battling blazes, dismissed it as their imaginations, the stress of the job playing tricks on their minds. But the incidents grew bolder, more frequent. Equipment mysteriously moved, lights flickered erratically, and disembodied footsteps echoed through the empty halls. One firefighter, a seasoned veteran named Captain Davis, swore he saw a shadowy figure lurking in the corner of his eye, a fleeting glimpse of a man in a charred fireman's uniform, his face obscured by smoke and shadow. The air grew heavy with a nameless dread, a palpable sense of unseen eyes watching their every move. Rumors of a tragic fire that had claimed the lives of several firefighters decades ago began to circulate. Some whispered of a captain consumed by guilt over the loss of his men who took his own life within the station walls. His tormented soul, they said, now wandered the halls, searching for peace that would never come. Others spoke of a firefighter lost in the line of duty, his spirit forever bound to the place where he took his last breath. As the stories spread, so too did the fear. The firefighters, once a brotherhood forged in fire and courage, now walked on eggshells, their nerves frayed by the constant dread. Sleep became a distant memory, every creak of the floorboards, every sigh of the wind sending shivers down their spines. One night, as a violent thunderstorm raged outside, mirroring the turmoil within the station, a young rookie named Mark found himself alone in the kitchen, a knot of unease tightening in his stomach. Suddenly the lights flickered violently, plunging the room into darkness. A bone-chilling cold seeped into the air, and Mark could have sworn he felt a ghostly hand brush against his neck. Panicked, he fumbled for the light switch, his heart pounding in his chest. As the fluorescent lights flickered back to life, revealing an empty room, Mark swore he heard a faint, mournful sigh echoing in the air, a sound filled with an unspeakable sadness. Our next stop takes us to the outskirts of a forgotten industrial city, where the rusted bones of factories clawed at the sky like skeletal fingers. It is here, amidst the decaying grandeur of a bygone era, that we find Station 13, now a desolate shell, a haunting monument to a tragedy etched in time. The fire station, once a symbol of hope and protection, now stood as a grim reminder of the night when heroism met its match, and the inferno claimed not only lives but souls as well. The story of Station 13 is not one whispered in hushed tones, but rather a tale spoken openly, a cautionary reminder of the unforgiving nature of fire and the enduring power of grief. It was a cold December night, the air thick with anticipation of the coming holidays, when the alarm at Station 13 shattered the stillness. A fire had erupted at a nearby textile factory, fueled by flammable materials and driven by a relentless wind. The firefighters, their faces illuminated by the flickering flames of courage and duty, raced towards the inferno, unaware that they were heading into the jaws of a tragedy that would forever stain the soul of Station 13. The fire, a raging beast of heat and hunger, consumed the factory with terrifying speed, trapping dozens of workers inside. The firefighters of Station 13, their bravery unmatched, charged into the heart of the blaze, risking their lives to save others. But the inferno had claimed the factory as its own, and as the roof collapsed in a fiery avalanche of steel and timber, it took with it the lives of 6 brave souls. The loss sent shockwaves through the community, leaving a scar on the city's heart that time could not heal. Station 13, once a beacon of hope, was shuttered, deemed too painful a reminder of the sacrifice made within its walls. But the story didn't end there. Almost immediately, whispers began to circulate, tales of strange occurrences and unexplainable phenomena at the abandoned fire station. People claimed to see lights flickering inside the darkened building, ghostly echoes of the sirens that would never again sound from its roof. Others spoke of disembodied voices, cries for help carried on the wind, and the spectral wail of fire engine horns echoing through the night. The most chilling accounts came from those brave or foolish enough to venture inside the abandoned station. They told of an oppressive atmosphere, a suffocating sadness that clung to the air like smoke. Some claimed to have been touched by unseen hands, their skin prickling with an icy cold that seemed to seep into their bones. Others spoke of seeing shadowy figures moving through the ruined building, fleeting glimpses of firemen in charred uniforms, their faces forever frozen in expressions of terror and despair. Chapter 3. Our final destination takes us deep into the heartland of America, to a small town shrouded in an unsettling silence. It is here, nestled amongst rolling hills and whispering cornfields, that we find a fire station unlike any other. A place where the line between this world and the next blurs and the dead never truly rest. This fire station, you see, was built upon a foundation of secrets, a foundation constructed upon the hallowed ground of a forgotten cemetery. The townsfolk whispered tales of a graveyard dating back to the early settlers, a place where pioneers and their families were laid to rest beneath the watchful gaze of ancient oaks. But as the town grew, so too did its need for expansion, and the decision was made to relocate the cemetery, to pave over the past and make way for the future. Thus, the fire station, a symbol of progress and protection, was erected upon the bones of the forgotten dead. At first, all seemed well. The fire station stood as a beacon of hope, its presence a comfort to the townsfolk. But as the years passed, a darkness began to creep in, a subtle shift in the atmosphere that sent shivers down the spines of even the most hardened firefighters. It started with strange noises, unexplained sounds that defied logic, footsteps echoing through the empty halls at night, disembodied voices whispering from the shadows, and the mournful clang of a phantom bell, its mournful toll sending chills through the air. The firefighters, a pragmatic bunch, initially dismissed these occurrences as pranks or their imaginations playing tricks on them. But as the incidents escalated, becoming more frequent and more unsettling, a creeping sense of unease began to settle over the fire station. Objects moved mysteriously, lights flickered erratically, and a pervasive chill permeated the air, even on the hottest summer days. One firefighter, a seasoned veteran named Jake, claimed to have seen a shadowy figure lurking in the back of the engine bay late one night. The figure, tall and skeletal with long, bony fingers that scraped against the fire engine, vanished as quickly as it had appeared, leaving behind an icy silence that sent shivers down Jake's spine. As the stories spread, so too did the fear. The once jovial atmosphere of the fire station grew heavy with dread, the laughter and camaraderie replaced by hushed whispers and nervous glances over shoulders. The firefighters, trained to face danger head-on, found themselves unnerved by the unseen presence that haunted their workplace. One particularly chilling incident occurred during a fierce thunderstorm. As the wind howled outside and lightning illuminated the night sky, a group of firefighters huddled inside the station, seeking refuge from the storm. Suddenly the lights flickered and died, plunging the station into darkness. A moment later, a blood-curdling scream echoed through the building. The firefighters, their hearts pounding in their chests, fumbled for their flashlights, their beams dancing across the darkness as they searched for the source of the scream. They found young Billy, a rookie firefighter, cowering in a corner, his eyes wide with terror. He stammered about a cold, clammy hand that had grabbed his arm, a voice that whispered his name from the darkness, a voice that seemed to come from beyond the grave. The fire station, once a symbol of safety and security, had become a prison of fear, its halls haunted by the restless spirits of the forgotten dead. The firefighters, despite their bravery and their oaths to protect and serve, found themselves unable to escape the chilling presence that surrounded them. Thank you for joining us on this spine-chilling journey through haunted fire stations, where bravery and fear collide in the face of the unknown. If these tales of spectral firefighters and ghostly apparitions have sent shivers down your spine, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more terrifying tales. Until next time, remember, sometimes the most ordinary places can hold the most extraordinary secrets, and the next time you hear a siren wail, it just might be the mournful cry of a restless spirit. Sleep tight and keep a light on.